Thanks for coming to the our technology product forum. So I want to do a quick introduction here. So as we may know that ChatGPT 3.0 was only released in November 2022. So that's only like 22 months ago. But we already see that the technology of large language models and the generative AI has taken over the world, right? So we've seen phenomenal explosion of the technology. That's almost like everything everybody is talking about. And what's more, the technology advancement in large language models and generative AI is mind-boggling. Every month, every week, so we're talking about something new. So there's like endless advancements of the large language model and the generative AI technologies. We also believe that cloud and large language model and generative AI technologies go hand in hand. It's almost like the two sides of the same coin. We've been talking about reshaping the entire technology stack of Alibaba Cloud for a while. And today I want to give a quick update of what's the latest advancement. It's a long journey. What's the latest advancement we are making in that journey? Just a little bit of nitbit. You've heard all the announcements before the show starts. In this conference, all these speeches are made by large language models. So that saves a lot of human labor. We don't even need a human MC anymore. So obviously, this year is very important in Alibaba's history. We've been a top sponsor of Olympic Games since 2018. And this year, we have the Paris 2024. So this is the game that the entire game has gone full cloud native. What do we mean by this? All the results score distribution, the live broadcast, the on-demand video contents, and the media asset management, then the IOC, the official websites, and many other IT systems are all on Alibaba Cloud. Not only that, we have revolutionized the Olympic experiences with AI. So we have partnered with the Olympic Committee to use AI technologies to restore the old images so that they can relive the history. And then we'll have this new technology called the multi-camera replay. You just seen the video about that allows the audience can see the game from any angle they want to. We have this interesting experiment called Cloud Memento. We set up booths in front of those game avenues, and the users can go there, taking a photo, and suddenly they have a animated video of them being an athlete playing various kinds of games. We also have Alibaba Cloud Bao. That's a chatbot to answer questions with regard to Olympics. Behind the Olympics, it's the entire stack of Alibaba Cloud's technology and infrastructure. Obviously, the game utilizes our overseas regions in Frankfurt, in Singapore, United States. And also, it utilizes a lot of the technologies and products that has been redesigned to be AI-oriented. Obviously, we have now pioneered this new computing paradigm called model as a service, as we can see here on top of the infrastructure service and the platform as a service. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some of the advancements in the infrastructure and also the advancements, innovations of our AI models and applications from Alibaba Cloud. First, let's talk about the network. So as we know that for AI training workload, a high-performance network is critical. So this is why we have upgraded our networking architecture, which is called HPN, High-Performance Network, to 7.0. So what's new here? So it involves a new topology design. It has a layered topology design, allows the easily scale to 100,000 GPU cards. And also, it features a dual plan topology and the dual uplink so that it can get very high availability. We have a separate front network and a back-end network. The front-end network features 400 gigabps bandwidth for storage access and external communications. The back-end network features 3.2 terabps for full bandwidth interconnection between any two GPU nodes. We have end-to-end optimization with our proprietary network protocols and implementations. That includes our proprietary RDMA protocol called SOLA, and also includes our proprietary flow control protocol called HPCC. That achieves a very high utilization of our network bandwidth. Next, I want to talk about the storage. So during the training time, storage is also very important. Our storage solution is called CPFS, Cloud Parallel File Systems. It provides ultimate storage capability for generative AI computing. We have further enhanced the capabilities of CPFS. Now it can do 20 terabytes per second data throughput. And also, when we do training, we want to exchange data, put the model data for inference purposes on object storage services, OSS. And that's why we also upgrade our transfer speed with OSS to 100 gigabytes per second. More importantly, we also improve the capacity limit of a single file system by 11 folds. CPFS is fully managed so that we can independently scale its capacity and the throughput. And also, it's always multi-tenant ready, so we actually achieve very good utilization and with good tenant isolation. We further optimize the cost without the sacrifice of performance. We have the technology for automatic detecting hot and cold storage and to store in tiered storage. And we also optimize the data encoding schemes to improve the storage efficiency. Next, talk about the container services. That's where most of the applications are now running on Kubernetes-based container architecture. So we further upgraded the product capabilities of our container services. Now we can support a fine-grained scaling. So individual container shapes can be upscaled in the increments of half of a vCPUs and 1 gigabyte of memory. And these upgrades can be done transparently without interrupting services. We're also supporting much higher elasticity. So whenever we want to spin up more parts, we can do that and support very high concurrency. So as we speak, we can launch 10,000 parts every minute, and we use predictive warm-up techniques based on the historical load patterns. We also achieve very great cost effectiveness. This service uses the pay-as-you-go service. You only need to spin up pods as you need. And also, we have this daily commitment saving plan that allows us to achieve 55% savings. Coming soon, we are going to add in more support for GPU compute. For example, topology-aware scheduling, and also support the HPN 7.0 network. And finally, we support enterprise-grade multi-tenant isolation. So adding these things together, so we have at the bottom layer, we have GPU, CPU, heterogeneous chips. Then we have AI servers and storage servers that integrate with high-performance network. Then we have this container network, container computing systems. These are adding up together. This is what we call a super computing cluster called the Lingjun. So it is an integrated stack for generative AI computing. So the key of this is really pulling up all these resources. We have unified resource pool, global scheduling, and we have to monitor and diagnose the system so they can handle the task of failures and perform some anomalies very quickly. And also, we achieve high resource utilization on servers and network bandwidth via multi-pass communication optimizations. So on top of the Lingjun supercomputing cluster, this is our platform for AI called Pi. So today, I want to emphasize the innovation we're doing is called Serverless Pi, which is a unified computing platform for AI. So it has centralized management and the scheduling of GPUs for HPC training and inferencing workloads with very high resource utilization. My colleague Junhua will talk more about Pi later. On the big data side, we have a new integrated data lake solution for Gen AI. It features multi-data data formats such as it has high modality data, and also has enhanced the support for processing of unstructured data. It features multiple data processing pipelines like batch, streaming, incremental, and search. It provides data processing capabilities from seconds to hours, so wide varieties of workloads. We further improve the training data pipeline efficiency with integrated SQL and Python development in notebooks. And also, we have seamless connection with the data and AI workflows. On the database side, we have an entire suite of database product to provide cloud-native databases powered by data and AI. The core format is called a data management service. It now is upgraded to support the multimodality data, and it has unified metadata, unified deployment. It supports data governance and intelligent development. My colleague Fei Fei will talk more about the databases in the later part of this session. We are always committed to security when we come to cloud computing. With the new generative AI applications, it's even more important. So we are now feature end-to-end security for AI protections from the time when we do data collection, data model design and training, model evaluation, and eventually model deployment services. My colleague Paul will talk more on this in the later part of this session. Next, I want to talk about AI models and applications. Since I'm running a little bit out of time, I'm going to speed up a little bit. So in June, we released our second version of a Qwen large language model. It has since been widely recognized from worldwide developers. It's #1 on Hugging Face leaderboard for the open source pre-trained models. And many people adopted and derived models on top of it. It is now the #2 in the cumulative number of derived models. And it has been widely discussed among developer communities worldwide. We've seen 40 million cumulative downloads and 50 million derived models. Yesterday, we also announced, in the main forum, we announced the Qwen 2.5. Again, we broke our record. Now it becomes the most powerful open source LLMs. We have many different sizes of Qwen 2.5 models. I'm going to skip some of the technical highlights there. Needless to say, it has enhanced both the scalability and the capabilities, and it should be powering many of the future applications. Qwen VL is our video understanding model. Now it's also enhanced to support to understand image with different resolution and aspect ratios. It can understand videos longer than 20 minutes. And also, we have smaller size models that can fit into mobile phones and devices. And obviously, we support the multilingual support. Qwen Audio has also been enhanced. It has also been the leading audio model in mainstream benchmarks. Now we can support the real-time voice chat without the audio speech recognition. And it can analyze audio information beyond just speech. It can understand context, the noises, and the background musics. And it supports different languages. Tongyi Wanxiang is our text-to-image generation model. So again, it has been further enhanced. As we can see some of the samples here, now it can support better semantic understanding and control. It's more realistic, and it even supports more details. Now we also provided the text-to-video capability with the Tongyi Wanxiang model. Right? It can now support the native 1080p videos. and it has more powerful motion and concept combination generation. And lastly, you see the sample here. It is capable of mastering different artistic styles. Tongyi Lingma is China's most popular coding assistant. Up to now, 5 million plugs has been downloaded, and then 1 billion lines of code has been written on the Tongyi Lingma. During this conference, we upgraded the capabilities. Now it supports enterprise RAG capabilities for tailored experiences. So enterprise connected to their own databases, their knowledge bases, to have the code assistant to be better understanding the needs of the individual companies. We also have a capability to add customizable extensions so that there are use cases that if we cannot support natively, you can write an extension to support it. Another very important announcement is during this conference that now the Tongyi Lingma has been upgraded to become a versatile AI programmer. It's not just finishing the code snippet, help you understand code. It really can fix the bugs for you and writing end-to-end softwares for you. The way to building large language model applications, the preferred way to do that is on our product called the Model Studio. The Model Studio is a one-stop shop for designing, tuning models, building large language model-based applications, and operate and maintain the models. My colleague Jeff will talk more on Model Studio in the later part of the session, so I will skip quite a bit of this slide here. So basically, we have made many improvements on Model Studio in the model development, in the work, in the orchestration and observability of the Model Studio. This is my last slide. So Tongyi's models has now been the go-to choice in the AI era, has been serving more than 300,000 customers.